Do you have spices like garlic, onion, Italian blend, or even bay leaves in your cupboard? Well, today I'm going to show you two completely different seasonings of how you can use these ordinary spices to make these two fantastic additions to your cooking repertoire. In this corner, we have the 21 seasoning salute, and thankfully, even without the 21 individually listed ingredients, you can make this one at home. They say that this one can be put on anything. I'm gonna put that to the test with some plain old chickpea salad later on. And in this corner, we have pizza seasoning. This one's modeled after the Sonoma pizza seasoning, and after reading what goes into it, I found that I had everything here, including one bonus, unexpected ingredient. Find out what that is. Let's get seasoning. This is Sweetly Savory.
First up is a take on the Trader Joe's famous 21 seasoning salute. I know there's only 9 spices listed here, but the beauty of Italian blend is the composition of things like thyme and oregano, and also includes marjoram and savory, which I find are less common in everyday recipes. My advice is to use these blends to your advantage. Now for the crushed mustard seed. Break out that mortar and pestle. This is a great opportunity to take it for a spin. I wish I could remember where I learned this, that by breaking up spices, it opens their aromatics to be more powerful. I've been absorbing so much cooking material from Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat by Samin Norsrat to YouTuber Ethan Chlebowski. It's all blending together. And I'll link down below where you can find these sources. As for the mortar and pestle, I try leaving it out on the counter to encourage breaking up spices before adding them, and I suggest you try that too. Once those seeds are crushed as close as you can to a powder, add to the bowl and incorporate. Before getting started on the pizza seasoning, the mustard seeds need to be cleaned out. I have been under the impression that simply wiping the mortar and pestle will suffice, but have learned from food blogger Kristen Martinelli that it's best to season them like you would a cast iron skillet. I don't do that in this video, so I will link my cast iron care video for how that's done. Originally, I was planning on storing this pizza seasoning in the Sonoma jar, except that's currently housing some delicious jasmine tea that was gifted by my best friend. Tupperware will do the trick too. Before we get into what pizza seasoning is known for, let's meet the unexpected party guest, bay leaf. I would never have thought of adding it to a blend like this, since they're traditionally added to soups or rice dishes, except when breaking them up. As you'll see, I resort to using my hands instead of the mortar and pestle. You will awaken flowery notes. From Ethan Chlebowski's video on bay leaves, he shares that applying heat to them will release the aromatic compounds. While they are typically taken out of the dish before serving, I'm going to attempt to leave them in and see what difference that makes. I'll use this seasoning in a future video, so click that bell to be notified when it's released. Finally, I added the remaining ingredients in with the crushed bay leaves to muddle the flavors together. However, I chose to leave the red pepper flakes whole at the end because they can be pretty darn potent.
This 21 seasoning salute, it smells really good. Oh, let's go ahead and put it on our chickpea salad. It's a combination of flavors that I wouldn't have really thought of putting together. I mean, you think about it, but when you're going to make something like salad, like chickpea salad or tuna salad or something, you're not thinking about putting all these things together. And I know that it's really easy to grab one of those things at the store, one of those seasonings, but if you have all of those seasonings in your pantry already, especially the Italian seasoning, which is so versatile, you can put it in whatever you want. And you don't have to have all of the separate ingredients, even though that's really fun to do. Who has the space for them? What kind of pantry do you have? I would like to have your pantry. Can I please come have your pantry? So, long story short, that's why I make these seasonings, because I don't have a lot of space in my pantry. And I make them in these little single serving kind of deals, and that does the trick for me. If you want to go ahead and maximize your dollar and your taste buds at the same time. I don't understand why anybody wouldn't do that. So I really hope you enjoy these seasonings, especially this 21 seasoning salute, as easy as it is to make at home. Make sure to check me out on Facebook and Instagram and my Tumblr where I put the full recipes. Links are all down in the description, and we'll see you again next time on Sweetly Savory.